For the family Ecomap, I have chosen to discuss the Howard family. Um, in the household, Howard and his girlfriend Veronica live together, and they have a very strong relationship. So that's within the household. Um, of course, Howard. It did. I think it said he was 30 something years old, and I'm not sure on Veronica's age. Um, Howard has a strong relationship with his dad, George, and Howard also has a strong relationship with his mother, Beverly. Um, they are older adults, probably in their 70s, I would say, somewhere around in there. Also, Veronica, Howard's girlfriend, she has a very strong relationship with Beverly, Howard's mom, and George, Howard's dad. There's also a very strong relationship between George and Beverly. And then Chris is Howard's friend, and he was a big support for Howard as well. There was also medical support at the intervention, which was a doctor who was an interventionist. So that's who was at the intervention, was the doctor, Veronica Howard, Howard's mother, Howard's father, and Chris, Howard's friend. So they all come together to support Howard and intervene and talk to him about his alcoholism so he could get help. Um, Throughout the whole um, movie or clip or film, um, it really stressed how important as strong of a relationship Howard had to his work. He was very passionate about being a professional driver. It was something he loved to do, and it was definitely something that, you know, kept him focused and gave him hope, something to look forward to. When he was really down in his alcoholism, it did disturb his work, and that affected Howard greatly. Um, so the other medical systems that were prevalent was after the intervention, George or Howard did decide to get help and go to treatment, well, detox and treatment at Cedars Hospital. And then from there, he went to transitional living at Next Step. And after Howard had got sober and got some help, he talked about the gym being a big part of his life and a coping skill and help for him. And he talked about mountain biking as well. The video didn't really share any other supports that I could tell of church or other friendships or family. I'm sure he had friends within work, but it didn't really talk about that. I'm not sure if Chris was a coworker or not. So these were the most relevant family systems and individuals connected together. Um, in identifying family members' needs, I felt like Howard and Veronica were the main family there, but since they were in the household, so Howard's needs and problems, obviously, he was struggling with alcoholism. He needed alcohol detox and treatment, and he was struggling with severe depression. During the video, I believe that those needs were met. Um, he did go to detox. He got treatment and help with his alcoholism. And it seemed by the end of the video that he was doing a lot better with his depression. Veronica, some of her problems and needs, she was definitely an enabler to Howard, despite being emotionally hurt all the time by Howard forgetting things they talked about and intimate moments between them. She continued to stay and continued to stay even though his behavior never changed. She was also codependent on Howard. It seems like she was really afraid to stand up to Howard and leave or give him that ultimatum. I definitely think that Veronica could have used some support, such as Al Anon, which is a support group for family members of alcoholics. Um, as far as George and Beverly, some of their needs, I think they just needed to see their son be okay. Um, and that was their main concern at that time, that Howard get help because Beverly was just so concerned that somebody was going to call and one day and that she was going to lose her son, he was going to die. And his dad was the same, and they supported each other in the fact that, you know, setting that boundary that, you know, that Howard could not live with them. Like he couldn't come stay and use them as a crutch. And Veronica put her foot down too and said, if he doesn't decide to go to treatment, I'm going to leave or he's going to have to move out. And that's what it is. But luckily, Howard chose to get some help. So, yeah, that's my interpretation of the Howard family ecosystem, or Ecomap, rather. Um, so, yeah, thank you very much.